All right, today we are going to talk about the grip. It's one of the most important fundamentals that you can learn while golfing, and it's one thing that most amateur golfers struggle with. Today I'm going to teach you how to hit with a nice neutral grip. All right, so first things first, it's easy. You can do it with just a dry erase marker. What you'll want to do is take your marker, and on your lead hand, I'm a right-handed golfer, so that would be my left hand. Put your thumb along your fingers and draw a line. Just like so. Then what you're going to do on the point of your thumb knuckle, you're going to put a little X right on the point there. You want to make sure that's right on the point. You flip your hand over, and about halfway from the bottom of your pinky down to your wrist, you're just going to put a little circle, just like so. And you're going to come over to your trail hand, which for me is my right hand. The same thing. You're going to put your hand flat, relax your thumb. You're going to draw a line in the same spot, just right across. Then, when you squeeze your hand together like that, right here, right down by the wrist, you're going to put another X. Just like so. Then, you're going to draw as best you can down your finger, a straight line down your index finger. Stopping right about there, and then you're going to put a little dot right there, so it looks like that. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you put this all together, because what you're going to want is these lines together and these lines together, but you're going to take that circle, you're going to put it on the top of the club. So I'm taking the circle, just putting it on the top of the club. You don't want it on the left, you don't want it underneath. You just want to set it right on top. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have this V right there. And what that's going to do is it's going to point up to your right collarbone area. You want your lines together. And you want to take this X, compare it to this X, and you don't want your hand to get too far underneath, and you don't want to be too far over the top. So you take your X, match it with your X, just right on top. Just like so. Now you should be able to see back here that my lines are together and I'm on top of my X, and now that straight line that I drew on my index finger is making a little question mark. You want that to make a question mark, and you want to be able to see it. So you want to see that question mark, because if you get too far underneath, it's not going to be a question mark, and if it's too far over the top, it'll just be a straight line. So you want to make sure that you see your question mark. Should look like that. Now what you'll want is you want both your V's that you've made to be pointing up into your right or trail side collarbone area. Another thing is you want your fingers to be nice and tight together. You don't want them spread out, because you don't want your hands to get too far apart. So when it comes to how you adjust your fingers, when you put your trail hand onto the club, it intersects with your index finger of your lead hand. So there's a couple different grips that you can use. The first one is the Vardon grip. It is made popular by Harry Vardon, and this grip is used by most PGA Tour professionals. I myself am like Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods. I prefer to use the interlock, where you put your finger in between your index finger and the middle finger of your lead hand. But you want your fingers to be nice, tight, and compact. You don't want to let them spread out, because that's when you start to lose control of your club. If you use a baseball swing, it's really not recommended, just because your hands can start to separate and it's easier for your fingers to get loose.